on and talk about earnings, we have Capri Global, the first corporate on our radar, reported numbers. It was a mixed quarter where we did see strong disbursement growth, strong AUM growth, definitely coming in their loan portfolio. They started a car loan business as well, but there was high OPEX too. We have with us the management of Capri Global joining in. Thanks a lot for joining in, sir. Just wanted your thoughts on, the outlook when it comes to AUM growth this year for gold as well as the car loan portfolio.
So, thank you. I think gold loan portfolio, if we talk about, we have activated about 740 branches, which is currently operational. In last 1 year, we opened almost 2 branches per day. So you'll see that when August 2022 launch, that was the first branch we opened, and now we have about 740 branches operational. Now, gold loan portfolio, we see that there'll be a good growth looking at the overall demand and the segment and the penetration. I think we will close to about 3,000 crore rupees of AUM at the end of the year. This quarter, we closed about 2,024 crore rupees, including co-lending. And this is a very good growth. This is meeting our target, and the yield is also very good in this portfolio. If you talk about car loan is not a balance sheet item. It is a pure fee income play. So last 6 months, we did about 4,500 crore net loan lead aggregation and disbursal with our 8 partner banks. The whole year, we expect to do about 10,000 crore rupees of car loan disbursal during the year, and we expect to make a fee income about close to 250 crore rupees.
Okay. All right. Mr. Sharma, hi. Welcome to the show. Just wanted to, just look at your MSME portfolio in particular. How much does it comprise of in terms of a percentage of total loans right now? How much did you manage to disperse this quarter? And what were the asset quality trends within the MSME portfolio? If you could detail how exactly that particular portfolio is doing and your outlook on it.
So MSME portfolio, we have closed about 4,600 crore. MSME portfolio is compared to the previous year, it has grown about 30%. And quarter it has grown about 3.5%. MSME portfolio, which is backed by the collateral, we expect that this year we will close to 5,300 crore rupees. So there should be a growth on a yearly basis, about 25% plus growth in MSME portfolio.
Okay, 25% plus growth in the MSME portfolio overall. Okay, so can you tell us, do you have any kind of fundraising plans over the next 6 to 12 months? Anything that the street can expect?
No, so we have raised capital by rights issue in March, and we raised about 1440 crore rupees. Post that, our capital adequacy ratio have gone up to about 32% plus. So there's adequate capital available, and we don't have any plan to raise. In fact, company do not require capital as such for next 12 months at least.
All right. Okay. No capital growth requirement for the next 12 months. I was looking at a couple of things. Your yields on advances are down from what, 15.7% to around 15.6%. Cost of funds in the same period are up from 8.7% to 8.9%. So that explains the compression that we're seeing on your spreads and NIMs. Could you give us a sense of where this will be by the end of this year? And what about asset quality? Yes, you are lending, but the question is, are you recovering the money back? Your guidance on both asset quality and spreads and NIMs.
Of course. So if you talk about the NIMs and spread, the spread have come down about 20 basis bips because some of the portfolio was in the semi-fixed category where interest rate increase we are not able to pass on. As far as the new lending is concerned, we are able to pass on the entire increased cost of fund. As you know that banks have from time to time have increased their MCLR, and which has impacted our increased cost of fund. But the new lending, we are able to pass on the entire cost by maintaining the spread. At the end of the year, I think we should be able to maintain our spread, which is close to about 6.5% to 6.7% somewhat. So within that targeted spread, will continue to maintain on overall portfolio. If you talk about the asset quality, our asset quality have been remained quite stable. If you see year-on-year basis, it has been reduced by 50 basis. If you talk about previous quarter, it has asset quality GNP has gone up by 3 basis to now 1.93. while we have done the provisioning, so net NPA is still lower than the previous quarter. It has been to 1.35%. I don't expect that any surprises in the asset quality, keeping in mind the good collection efficiency and the traction we are seeing on the ground.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. That point is taken with regards to, the spreads as well as what you are seeing on the ground. But just quickly, Mr. Sharma, I wanted your thoughts on what happened in the construction finance segment this time. There was some amount of impact with regards to foreclosure of higher yield loans and competitive incremental yields, which basically led to a decline. Can you explain to us what took place in the construction finance segment, whether there are any kind of headwinds you're facing within any of the other segments, such as gold loans, construction finance, housing finance? You seem quite bullish on your MSME portfolio, but what about the others?
So construction finance will also grow in line with the overall portfolio. I think construction finance also will increase about 25%. There's a good traction of the demand, and not only demand of the loan credit side, but there is a good demand on the moving the inventory and the sale of the booking and the ready-made apartment. So I think there's a good demand across all the segment we operate in, across all geography in the construction finance. Construction finance, we have grown last quarter to this quarter about 5%. On a year-on-year basis, we have grown to about 44%. So there's a good, 23%. So there's a good growth happening in construction finance, and we in fact keep construction finance growth not going beyond 25% as a strategy. Is we given to our banks and rating agencies. We'll keep that growth in that restricted to that point, and be more focused on the retail side.
Okay. Can you help us with what the outlook is as far as auto loans are concerned? What kind of growth are you looking at in that segment? And also on gold loans, where you have a focus area, what kind of growth are you expecting there?
So since the gold loan is a new segment, and gold loan, I think, as I said, we will close this year to about 3,000 crore of AUM, and we will achieve closer to about 4.5 to 5 crore rupees per branch AUM. And then every branch will start delivering contribution. That is what our first aim is before we move to the next phase of expansion. So gold loan, we are quite bullish. It gives a number of customers to our portfolio. Currently, we have about 225,000 plus customers in the gold loan, which by year end, it should cross about 3 lakh customer, to whom we are able to cross-sell to insurance, to MSME, to home loan. The overall strategy is, once we have a customer base about 300,000 plus, we should be able to sell the other cross-sell product like insurance and home loan and MSME loan, and that should reduce our overall acquisition cost.
Okay, all right. So we're going to leave it on that note. Thanks very much for joining in and speaking to us. So that is the management of Capri Global talking to us. Those are the Adani Wilmar numbers on